guys, it's Macadoenzie. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm back with another Horses 101 episode, and in this episode we are going to learn how to tack up a horse English. Now this is just the basic how to tack up a horse. I don't have any extra bells and whistles here, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get started. So you will need a couple of ingredients when you set off to tack your horse. One of the first things that I like to start with is leg protection. I prefer to use polo wraps. I feel like they provide the best protection for your horse's legs. I'm going to do a separate video on how to wrap polos later, so I'm just going to quickly do all 4 legs. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Now, because I'm about to move on to her back 2 legs, I'm going to go ahead and tie her tail up to make it easier for me to get to her legs without wrapping her tail into the polo wraps. As you see here, I'm just asking her to put weight on this back leg so I can get the most evenly pressured polo wrap as possible. Now that I've finished all 4 wraps, I'm just going to remember to release her tail from that knot. The next ingredient you need, so to speak, is a saddle pad. This is just the basic all-purpose saddle pad from Dover. I'm going to place this directly on top of her withers, kind of where her shoulder and her neck and her body sort of meet. The next ingredient I'm coming in with is a half pad. This one has a little bit of extra padding in the front to help rise my saddle up in the front a little more to adjust some saddle fit. But even if I didn't need this for adjusting saddle fit, I would use some sort of half pad for some extra protection for her back. Now I'm going to go ahead and come in with my saddle and girth. The saddle is going to go directly on top of the saddle pad and on top of the half pad that's on top of the saddle pad. And I'm going to try to put this on her back as gently as possible to try to be as kind to her as I possibly can be. Now use this step to go through, make sure all of your saddle pads are even. Lift the tongue of your saddle pad to get that clearing space in the gullet, and then you can go ahead and attach your girth. To attach the girth, I always start from the right side of the horse, and I make sure whichever side I put the girth on, that the D-ring that's on the girth is always facing forward, just in case I were to ever need any additional tools that would need to be attached to the D-ring. I go ahead and attach my girth with the 1st and 3rd billets, but it really just depends on where your horse's heart girth is. When I'm going and attaching the girth, I'm making sure to go through the saddle pad billets so my saddle pad doesn't slide throughout my ride. At this stage, I'm leaving the girth fairly loose because we're not completely ready to ride yet. I obviously don't have my helmet on and she doesn't have her bridle on, just because it doesn't necessarily need to be ride tight for her to hang out in the cross ties. Now that I have my helmet on and I'm ready to ride, I'm going to go ahead and bridle. The first step in bridling is putting your reins over your horse's head so you can make sure to maintain control. If she were to choose to run off right now, at least I have the reins over her head as some form of control. Then I'm going to take off her halter. I just kind of let her look around, sniff if she wants to. I know she's not going to go far. Then I grab the halter by the crown, grab the noseband, and I grab the throat latch. I get her to come to me just a smidgen. She normally likes to put her head down. I'll grab everything in my right hand, put her bit in my left, put my right arm on her pole in between her ears, and slide the bit into her mouth. Then I'll slip the crown piece over her ears, adjusting her hair so the crown sits on her bridle path. Next, I'll go in and I'll do up my noseband, making sure to leave 2 fingers room worth of looseness. And finally, I'll come and I'll do up the throat latch. Making sure I can put a fist between the bottom of her jaw and the bottom of the throat latch. I'll check and I'll make sure all of her keepers are intact. And before I get on to ride, I'll check my girth one last time, and then you're ready to go. Come on, Ruthie, let's go ride. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed and found it at least a little bit informational. I do have some really exciting content coming up and I cannot wait to show it to you guys. If you aren't already, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel and click that little bell button so you can get a notification every time I post a new video. And go ahead and follow me out on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @Macadoenzie_equestrian. I'd love to see some of you guys over there, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video.